Afternoon, everybody. I'm trying to get... Oh, bloody hell! Hold on. This is my husband's chair where he has pretty much destroyed it. And you all know I got the rocker chair. I got my rocking chair and not brought it out yet. Just got a shower minus the hair. I had to get the whole butt day washed off. Yeah, butt day. You heard that right. I'm going to smile through this because I'm better than it. Oh, the sun's coming out. Sorry. You guys know I'm a sun lover, even though I can't be in it no more than a couple minutes. I love my sunshine. Getting off topic. First, let's get on my head. I'm still going to say the pulse inflammation for encephalitis, meningitis, and then the pulse tones for the all over inflammation, candida, Bartonella, Barilla, parasite help tones are the bomb. I personally am putting me getting slowly by the day better because I am listening to them every time I take a nap, all night long when I sleep, but when I'm awake, can you hear it? Enya. My Irish music, not the Irish pub music, but Irish, legit Irish music is all I do now. But I've got to honestly say that is the biggest change I've done since I caught the brain infection, was lucking up by God's grace and finding the encephalitis, meningitis, inflammation, pulsating tones, which, I started, I think I'm going on my third day now of it. First day it didn't show much symptoms, and then yesterday afternoon I started off bad with my speech, and then I took a nap and then listened to it and it got better. And then all night last night, now I'm not going to sit here and say my head's not screaming because I've got a major migraine, and it's slowly easing off after 3 prescribed migraine pills and finally being able to take my medicines, because I wasn't allowed to take them after 8 o'clock last night. I wasn't allowed to take them at all today until I got home. So, and that included my seizure medicine. Any medicine. So, I just had those in since 12 o'clock. I've been gone since 7 this morning. And, no, 7:15, I'm sorry, somewhere around 7:15. I've been gone. I got home right around 12 o'clock. I'm tired, and it just gave me a worse headache. My issue with my head right now is I do have that horrible pressure. So it's still there. I know the inflammation is still there because I feel it. It's not a Lyme hangover, Lyme drunk. It's not that. I literally could feel here to here back the horrible pressure, and then it goes up to here. You know what I'm saying? Jen, you'd understand. Jean, Alice, Mike. I don't know about Bill or Tracy. I don't know if you guys have dealt with that, but it's still there, and my eyes are still burning. But I will give the pulsing a thumbs up. That is definitely doing something for me, because I don't really think the medicines are working. Now let's get on butt day. They didn't find any polyps. It's a plus. But they found a lot of abnormalities, multiple abnormalities in my stomach and in my small and large intestines. So they did buttloads of biopsies, and I will get those back in 2 to 3 weeks. I remember when I was just coming off the good Valium, because I remember I'm not able to be knocked out due to my liver and the infection. And they said, well, we had to do multiple biopsies for abnormalities. And I remember the whole polyp thing. I said, because my husband had polyps. And, you know, he has ulcers and hernias in his stomachs, a top and a bottom one. If you guys ever will notice, he's got a big one on his bottom right side of his abdomen, and then one right here. Well, somewhere up in here, and it moves. So I knew what I was talking about. And I'm like, or did I have polyps? They said no. Excuse my grammar when I said this, because I'm just coming out of a good value. I'm like, then why the hell are you biopsying me? Well, ma'am, or Miss Siebers, you had multiple abnormalities, and we had to test them all. Okay. They said, well, have you ever heard, here's the funny one, have you ever heard of H. pylori? I went, yeah, I've had it twice. Once 5 years ago, then I had a gallbladder removal, and then I had it again. Well, you show severe inflammation of all your intestines and your guts. We tested the the infection it's showing. Also, I showed infection in my stomach and also in both my large and small intestines, so they did swabs of that. But the ones in my stomach, they ran straight to the lab there to test it. One came back in my stomach showing I have H. pylori again. God shoot me. Not literally, but I could see that. But the other swab in my gut didn't show H. pylori, but showed a different form of bacterial infection. Can we say Lyme, Bartonella, Borrelia, anything? So they ran that one with the other 2 swabs they did for each small and large intestines off to lab, which I know I'll get those in about 7 to 10 days through my LabCorp files. But H. pylori, which makes my 3rd time, guys. And it really ticks me off because I have been on all the quinine, the cancer antibiotics that used to be for cancer, but now they're given to humans. I've been on all of them and then cured it 3 months later, had it again. I just got tested less than 6 months ago and came back fine. Actually, no. I just got tested by my gastroenterologist last month with the Hep A, hepatitis B and C, and they tested me for H. pylori through the breath, and I didn't show I had it, but my guts show I have it, and it's active on top of some other form of bacterial infection in my gut and in both my intestines. What upsets me is they put me still on the paperwork, because all they tell me is that I'd have to get with my gastroenterologist. We had to biopsy multiples biopsies on abnormalities through my guts and my stomach and intestines and all that good stuff. And listen, crap happens. Life happens. Lyme screws your body up. Okay. I've lived through a lot. I can live through this. I've lived through cancer. I can live through this. So, I put no mind to it. But you put me back on a liquid diet on my instructions until the gastroenterologist decides to release me from it. But if I choose to want to nibble on anything, it needs to be very high in fiber or very lean meats. If I even nibble on a meat, it would be baked chicken, and like I told you guys a couple nights ago, a little itty bitty strip. I have no hunger. Even though my guts scream to eat, when I go to eat, I can't eat. I'm not hungry. I'd rather put a protein shake in me. And my gut goes, thank you, over food. So I have no craving for what you guys eat. Yeah, Mike, I'm talking about you who can eat fried chicken and waffles and everything under the sun. That, you. When we all can't eat none of it, especially me and Jen, who's got severe gut issues, and we got to watch what we eat. But I'm a little upset that they said back on a liquid diet. I can put my kale in it, in my beef broth, which is going right now, but just the smell of the beef bone broth and kale when I walk in that house makes me nauseous, because haven't been able to eat this week. This week was like a 7-day fast. So even though I didn't lose any freaking weight that I know of, I'm not got on a scale, so I don't know. But the steroids don't help. They do nothing but bloat your face and make you gain weight. So it's a win-lose situation. But got that done. Both my stomach and both my intestines, small and large, showed severely inflamed. I already knew I had gastritis. I knew that. I am a little shocked with the h.pylori, knowing last month it showed I didn't have it at the when I did it, and now I do. So that really ticks me off. But they said they weren't going to put me on any antibiotics for it, and this is why, guys, before you even ask or double question. Usually they give you Cipro. I'm already on Cipro for the encephalitis and meningitis. I'm on Zithromax. I'm on Rosefrin already. And I'm on steroid packs. So they said they had no need to give me any more antibiotics. But when I go back on the 5th of March, they're going to do the test again, a breath test. And if I still show I have it in my system, they will make me get another month's subscription. But this time it'll be Cipro and Theramox. It is one that got me sick as a dog. And I do remember I was sick as a dog from it. So, crossing my fingers. I'm really crossing my fingers. But still, I was able to eat when I had it both times. I was able to eat prior to it, during my first one. Then I had my gallbladder removed. And then I had H. pylori again. And I still was able to eat. So I seriously think it's due to a bad toxin, lyme, co-infection, bacterial infection that is really doing bad justice up in my guts. I really do. I'm trying to stay positive. The most positive thing I got right now is coffee with cream. You can't beat coconut cream. I'm sorry. You just can't beat it. But, which is almost cold because I've sat it here and let it get cold. Oh, the sunshine again. I'm going to scoot this way. And then scoot you guys with me. And prop my legs up. But, yeah. That was my Happy Butt Friday. So, 2 to 3 weeks for the biopsies to come back for all the abnormalities. Yeah. Now listen, we all have hemorrhoids and all this good stuff. I knew I had one. Right from where my rectum starts. And I'll have to stand to show you. To here, where right above your pelvis. Lined with hemorrhoids. Now that's something I didn't know. And I'm thinking, okay. I just knew about one. I didn't know my whole start of my rectum, colon was nothing but lined with tons of hemorrhoids. They said that's why you're bleeding so much. And I'm like, well, that's not why I'm bleeding so much. Because I can't keep any solid I eat either. It constipates me and it never passes without X-lax and magnesium sulfate. Or it goes straight through me and I'm exploding the whole toilet, the walls, you name it, it'll hit it. So, I mean, that's something I thought was comical. I did get mad at the nurse at the very beginning, and I had started video recording this earlier, but then I noticed I still had those stickers on me, and I didn't realize I had them on, so I paused and redid this. The young lady was asking me about, and I'm going to say it the way she said it, Lyme's disease. Did you catch that? Lyme's. Now, it agitated me. I said, you mean Lyme, right? Yes, ma'am, I mean Lyme's disease. I said, no, say it with me. Lyme. Not limes. Lyme. And it agitated me. It really agitated me. Because she's like, so you have it? I'm like, well, you have my documents. Yeah, I have that. Rocky Mountain spotted fever. And here's the list of co-infections, which they have. And she's like, well, we've never heard of that in this state. I'm like, well, I guess I'm the first. It's called Lyme. And her name was Kim. And she knew it infuriated me because she kept saying limes. No matter how many times I corrected her. Limes, limes, limes. I am not a green little lemon. I am lime. And I had to come down a couple notches because I knew I was getting pissed off. She left. And then a sweet little lady come in. Sweet as ever. I loved her to death. And then I got told I am still severely, severely dehydrated. I didn't realize, guys. I didn't really realize I was dehydrated at all. And I guess it's because I'm not doing nothing but liquid diet, which really it's not a diet. It's I have no choice. But now I'm implementing my green herbal Google Glob shakes. I didn't realize how severely dehydrated I was. So, no lemon. I'm not allowed to do any form of lemon water or anything with lemon in it. I'm supposed to stay completely hot, drink plenty of Gatorades, electrolytes, water. Listen, I love water like the next person, but after you have Lyme disease and you have to drink water, lemon water, you really don't like water no more unless you have no choice. So, my poor baby. I gave him some medicine to help with his exploding diarrhea. And hopefully that'll kick in for him. And I gave him some vitamins because I don't know what's going on. And it's not his water. It's not a change in food. It's not a change in any of his diet. So it may be a stress because he knows Mama's been having seizures. And I'm not letting him in the house. He's not been in my house in over 2 weeks or more. And that may have caused him to stress out, causing his guts to get irritable. And I'm really thinking that is because usually this dog could go out here and eat a whole bucket of rags and be no problem. So I think it's because I've detached him and not allowed him to be in the house no more. Is what I think it is. You ain't no baby. Yes. You ain't nothing but a big baby. But other than that, guys, that's my day. I was hoping my husband was going to come home tonight. But from what he's heard, he's working tomorrow. But he may surprise me. I don't know. He might surprise me. So, other than that, I'll get with you guys later this afternoon. God bless and enjoy what sunshine you can find. Bye, guys.